So it's January 1st. You woke up again on planet Earth with the ability and potency to actualize your potential. And if you are going to be a redundant, unwilling piece of shit, then guess what? We're taking your spot. You either go max out this year or you go remain in the same position that you've been all these past few years as time passed you by and you slowly corrode into the fucking position where you can't even do shit no more. So we either gonna get old and remain mediocre or we gonna max out this lifetime. Now, if you know the channel, if you know the Instagram, we've been maxing out for how fucking long? Like, we've been maxing out for a minute. So if you want to join the rodeo, you know, if you want to join the team, link in the description. You can join the community. If you want to join the team, get with the highest of intelligence, the highest of the hardest workers. Every room we walk in, the hardest worker, the most intelligent, the most authentic and real. We don't give a fuck what they think. It's like you either go max out this year or you go remain the same inferior hominid joke, broke, out of shape, piece of shit, conglomeration of more shit that's gonna slowly corrode and decay through the space and time continuum as we represent and demonstrate what the fuck you're not by putting in max amount of work day in, day out, by actualizing what the fuck we're actually supposed to be instead of being a waste of time and space on Earth, taking up food, taking up oxygen, taking up space. What the fuck are you even doing here if you're not even doing nothing with your life? You really was born on Earth to work a job and be a subordinate slave? Fuck no. Hop on the entrepreneur fucking program and let's get your finance right. Let's get your mind right. Let's get your mind's interferometry to integrate that individual you've been cascading into the abyss and neglecting. Every time you hear that voice telling you to clean up your room, every time you hear that voice telling you to hit the gym, when it comes to bigger things, when you hear that voice telling you to get the fuck up and do something with your life and you don't listen to it, you are ignoring the authentic voice of God. You are ignoring your consciousness. You are ignoring that built-in mechanism to ensure that you actually evolve throughout life. Now, if you're gonna ignore the voice of God, your bottom level fucking shoe inferior, kiss my feet, bitch. If you walk past me rendered inferior, we can smell you, we can sense you. You're nonsensical, you're underdeveloped intuition, you're an underdeveloped human. Never actually had to do something in your life. You were always a comfort zone sheep. You were always low level. You never actually circumnavigated circumstance and then proliferated yourself into an individual by individuating into that individual. But you didn't individuate, you remain minuscule. So you either grant yourself access to unlimited power by unlimiting your existence and doing what no one wants to do, is actually looking in the mirror and understanding that your reality is a reflection of you, and you're either going to reflect divine prosperity or you're going to be remembered as an inferior hominid. Well, you know, if we were back in Roman times, I would have capture you and make you kiss my feet. But, you know, since we're in modern times, we're just going to dominate the financial market. We're going to be the top entrepreneurs. We're going to make the most money. And then when we drive past in the car that you want, we're going to make your bitch do what we want her to do. Now, you either have the absolute power, you grant yourself access to that level of I don't give a fuck, I do what I want, or you remain that same inferior hominid that we just go render inferior, smack a tattoo with bitch on your fucking forehead, fucking get homie to carve it out for you. You feel me? So you live once and you either go max out or you go back down and crack out. And you know, if you're a real thorough individual, if you actually have a will in life, if you can't be a fat piece of shit, if you can't be an addicted, out of shape, broke, lame ass bitch, well, you got to get with the program, and that's linked in the description. If you're not with the program, you have to understand that successful people actually invest into themselves. So every time you neglect that gym membership because you were too afraid to go broke, like you don't know where your next $50 is going to come from, you piece of shit, insecure bitch. Every time you neglect to hop on the program because you're afraid that you're going to spend $144 and not gain it back, you dumb idiot. Every person that's hop on the program has transformed themselves internally, externally, and you're just going to remain that low level sheep unintelligent individual, you're going to remain that inferior, redundant, non-abundant, scarce, bottom barrel, scraping piece of shit bitch that's going to kiss our feet when we walk by giving us validation that we don't need, because we validate ourselves day in and day out through the power that we reap, through the power that we demonstrate by waking up. Never missed a 3:38, never missed a 3:45 workout, never missed a 3 a.m. wake up. You was sleeping, right? This is January 1st. You woke up hungover. We were in the gym. 3:45, never missed it. Check the Instagram page, never missed it. 3 a.m. wake up, never missed it. You can't even wake up for your own life. And then you talking about desires that you want to fulfill. No wonder you settled for a fucking mediocre ultimate. You settled for an alternative reality. You were supposed to max out. You were supposed to be that individual they want to be but can't, because they don't even know how to demonstrate superb excellence day out thoroughly by demonstrating what the fuck they can't be, because you have that discipline. You've cultivated and culminated that individual that can speak. It's such a beautiful, you have to understand that everything in life is supposed to be evolution. If you're not evolving, you're devolving. And, people never actually evolve because they always stay in that level where they're too afraid to grow. But you either go max the fuck out, maximum effort. We are the maximum. I am Maximus. What the fuck is wrong with you? You either go max out or you going back out. And, if you gonna back out, we just gonna grab your bitch and blow her back out, because you ain't man enough to max out. Hey, it just is what it is. And, if your self-esteem isn't high enough to actually demonstrate, who you really are, your authentic self, right? Like this, people pretend to be who they're not. Like, this is who I am, right? This is neoteric dissolution, while you remain that inferior hominid piece of shit, hominoid, deplorable existential crisis. We just gonna shit on your existence. Why the fuck do you even exist? If you're not demonstrating divine, superb excellence day out, no matter what you're going through, like, you're either doing the most for yourself or you're doing the very bottom barrel least. And, everyone on my team does the most. And, whatever floats your boat. If you don't resonate with individuals like us that go out our way to do more than we need to do. They told us to walk a mile, we walked 10. They told us to walk 10 miles, we walked 100. And we did it because we love the journey. People always want the destination, but they don't want to actually tie their shoes, fucking pull up their pants, and walk the journey actually. So they play the destination back in their head, and they actually delude themselves to where they're going to be in life. And they actually live this life full of delusions. But if you grab a hammer of truth and you break it on their fucking face, well, now we're dealing with a broken individual, a fragmented individual, who is living an alternative, erroneous ultima that they chose because they were too afraid to actually look their life in the reflection and, look in the mirror and actually digest the truth, which is you're a low-level piece of shit bitch, and you should probably do more for yourself so you can actually reflect that in your reality. But until then, you're going to stay what you are, and, we don't care about you. We're worried about ourselves. So, again, I made a video. I was like, you should only care about yourself, and not in a selfish, egotistical manner, but I'm talking about egoism, not egotism, right? So egoism is when you are centered in yourself, right? So you're not you're not seeking external validation like most of these fucking mediocre sheep. You actually are centered within yourself, and you gravitate towards what's going to suit you best in your best interest. And, that can be through helping individuals transform their life, their body, their mind, their wallet. It works. It's just so many levels to life. And, people really choose this fear-based reality of, what if this happens? Oh, I can't do that. I'm just going to stay in my comfort zone. You fucking bitch. You need to get on the program so we can pull you out your comfort zone. We can actually test your character to see if you're going to make it or if you're going to break it. And you either make yourself or you break yourself. And we're going to start with the baseline, which is health. If you're not fit, we can't help you. If you're not sober, we can't help you. If you're not sober, you literally are failing as a basic organism. So you're you're an organism on earth, right? You're a human being, right? So the humans that recognize themselves, y'all are so unintelligent that I wonder and I question if you can look in the mirror and actually recognize your own existence, because you could recognize yourself in the mirror. You have intelligence to think, you have intelligence, you have awareness as a organism, and you're choosing to remain this rudimentary conglomeration of nothing. You're going to go through your life and pass you by like this is not some crazy phenomenon, this universal phenomenon, some mystery that just happened by mistake. Is this the lie we're telling ourselves? It's like you need existential competence, you need universal awareness, and you need superior conduct. What are you conducting? Are you inducing that energy that you need, that abundant energy, that positive energy from the universe, and then proliferating your existence? Or are you just going to remain that inferior piece of shit by conduct? So you're proving yourself to be inferior every time you pick up the vape, every time you watch the porn, every time you feed that addiction. You're rendered inferior by yourself, and you prove that to your subconscious. Matter of fact, every time you have a breath, every time you take a breath, you're proving to God how much of a piece of shit you are by now maxing out your existence and proving gratitude through action. So you either prove gratitude through action or you're ungrateful. There isn't these thoughts that you have. You aren't your thoughts, you fucking retard. Your thoughts are a belief system that allows you to circumnavigate circumstance and unlimit and delimit your circumstantial circumference that is placed on your mind due to your lack of overcoming. So when we look at Nietzsche's philosophy, the will to power, we're supposed to will ourselves to power. We're supposed to become power. We're supposed to emanate power. And we live in a reality where everyone's very fucking powerless. And I can't be one of those. If you don't have power, you empower yourself. Never back down. Max the fuck out in this existence. And you're gonna have to face resistance, but then you grab the hammer and bow, smash that shit. So esoteric dissolution out. Don't remain a low-level inferior hominid that's going to stick to the rat race and never escape, because the race is never ending and you're just getting gassed out day by day as the fucking clock ticks, as the seconds fucking go less and less, as the time just passes you by. Your life is fading away and you didn't do shit. Peace.